Hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello. Hello, Zeki. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. Ooh, the camera is very on that side. Oopla. Yeah. Bonsoir. Hello, Nan. Hello, Zeki. Hello, Nan. Hope you had a good birthday, Nan. From from last time. Glad you're okay, Zeki. Hehehe. Hope you all had a good Monday. Hope you had a good Tuesday. I got half bamboozled because end of last week, like Thursday, Friday, my mom comes to me and is like, hey, can you bring me to the doctor on Tuesday? And I'm like, yeah, of course, like 4 p.m. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I prepare for the doctor today. So I take my shower, I rush because I was going to be a little late for when we should go if I took like my time and stuff. So I rush to the shower, get dressed, all that, go downstairs, see my mom, she's like, well, hello, whatever, normal stuff. And then she goes back upstairs and I'm like, and I go to the calendar and it's not this Tuesday, it's the Tuesday after. And I'm just like, you couldn't have specified that? When you mean like, take me to the doctor on Tuesday, I'm going to assume you mean the next Tuesday, not the Tuesday of the week after. So yeah, that I did all that for nothing. It's not the worst thing, but it's just like tiring. It's not the worst thing, like I said, but it's just tiring because it's like I had shit to do today, which I did do. And I was like, okay, it's going to be a bit like short on time and stuff. We're going to go get her from the doctor and stuff. I need to make sure I have my sketch done. I need to work on the calendar, everything. And now we're just like in the kitchen with my coat on and everything. And I was like, okay. It's not the worst thing. It's just tiring because she does shit like that often. Like little things that she could just like figure out herself or be clearer about. And she just isn't. And it's infuriating. In other news, for the calendar, it's going to be slightly hell for the dates, but it's okay. Let me show you. I'm in it now, so it's fine, but let me show you. This is my notebook, right, that I use for stream stuff. And I have put all the dates I wanted to put in it for the thing. So these are all the dates for each month that I need to input into the thing. So the way I'm going to do that is instead of having what the dates are written on the bottom of the calendar, what I'm doing instead is I'm having a little sheet that you can print alongside with all the things, like specifying what they are, and you just have the little dot. I'll show you because I have the file and I'll show you the file, but like every single holiday is your enemy. Exactly. Especially when you consider that I had to look up most of those because so many of them change depending on the year. So depending on the source you're checking, they're not on the same date as well. I had 3 websites opened. None of them had the same holidays on it, so I'm sure I've forgotten so many. Like, one of the things I did do is I realized one of the websites that I had gave me some national holidays of people, like the national, like, you know, the day, like Independence Day or whatever kind of day that the country has. And I realized it only gave it to me for like the biggest Western countries and some other countries. But a lot of countries didn't have their dates in that thing. Which, yes, indeed. It's all of that, so all of that and all of that. That's all the countries. And I was like, funny. Like, for example, for some reason, for January, I had India, but I didn't have Cuba or Australia in the list. I think it was like a hostel dates thing for like French hostels, like the memories to remember. So it was mostly, I'm guessing, they put the ones of the countries that came here the most for vacation or something. It was a weird website. But it had some good holidays on it, so. And so I put down all the fucking countries. And I have to check back again for those, because every country calls their Independence Day or like National Day something different. So I have to check every time like what it's called in that country to write that down instead of like this country's National Day. Because, yeah. So I have all that. I have a thing where I'm going to put also like what zodiac is in that month. But yeah, most of it is just national holidays. For some reason, there's months that are worse than others. Summer months are usually fine. They don't have too many. December, of course. Hell. April is the worst month. Like, I think the two worst are April and probably December. I don't know. December is not too bad, but probably April and December. April has every single South Asian and Southwest, I think, or Southeast Asian New Year's. They're all in April. Some are festivals, so they're over a few days. Some are a single day, and they're all like combined within this like 2 weeks period. Like it's so fucking funny. And then you also have all of the fucking Easter shit that are also during that 2 weeks period. Like, it's from the 12th to the 20th. It's so many dates for no good reason. I mean, obviously for good reasons. And they're all on different, like, few days. It's going to look horrible. And you'll have to bear with me with that. You'll have to be thankful for April to exist at all. There's so much stuff. There's also a bunch of Jewish holidays during April. So yeah. Like, April is the only month that has a full page. That is only that month. It's the only one. But okay. Let's go on. Open this and let's actually see what we're going to look at. Haha! Here we are. Oh yeah, I need to restart the VTuber because of course it froze the second I started the stream. Wait, give me a second. Default. Yes. Ultra transparency. Here we go. Here I am. Should I put the other chat or do we not care that much? I'm just going to make myself a little bit smaller. Here we are. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm going to move Spotify as well, so... Oh yeah, that's why I did it like that. Wait, I'll just put the other chat. Give me a second. Up, up, up. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Here we are. Perfect. Where is Spotify? I always look at it. I'm like, it's fine, and then I look at it again. I'm like, no, I have a way of doing this for a reason. I change my things for a reason because it looks better. Oopsie, that's not what I wanted to move. Here we go. Where is my PNG to raise here? Here we are. This is so much better. Here we are. Yeah, I need to also change that. I always forget to do that. Up, up. No. Okay, perfect. Okay. Let me show you, before we start actually, let me show you before I start. December is going to be jackalopes because they're one of my favorite cryptids. I fucking love them with my whole entire heart. Yes, we'll talk about jackalopes in a second. I'm going to show you the calendar stuff I'm doing. So here we are. I'm working on this, here we go. I'm working on February right now, but I finished January, so give me a second. Up, up. So this is what it looks like. But as you can see, I did little colored dots. Don't even try to imagine how many fucking dots there's going to be for April. I don't want to think about it. But yeah, here you have a little like summary of what the myth is. You get the two, here, the two zodiacs of whatever month it is, the myth and where it comes from. And that's where you have like big squares and you have plenty of space to write in said squares. And you have the little holidays and stuff in different colored little dots, like has been voted. And on the side, I'm going to make sure that people have, give me a second, this. So an additional little sheet of paper with each holiday written on it. I can't I wish I could, but I cannot give you a little thing of like what each holiday is. You'll just have to Google them if you're interested to know what they are. Because it's way too many stuff. I wouldn't be able to do it. But yeah, I tried to make sure to have as many as I could that made sense. Like, there were some holidays that I was just like, that's not something that I'm sure people put on calendars. And some stuff I'm just like against, so I'm not going to put it on. Like, I'm not going to put Thanksgiving, I'm not going to put Australian Thanksgiving. Definitely not going to put like the day for veterans or whatever. I don't care about that. But yes, I try to put as many things as I can that I've found. Like I said, I went to 3 different websites for those dates. I can't spend like my days scouring the internet for all of the calendars in existence to find more, sadly. But yes, with each one you're going to have a little additional little thing with all of the dates. So that's for January. And of course this is the digital version, but I have the print version on another file. And so far for February, this is what it looks like. Nandy's story, it was either I was going to add a summary of the story as well, but that would have been way too much text, so I just did like the kind of summarized version of what the character is and everything. And as you can see, there's already some fuckery going on for the stuff that happens over multiple days. Here we go. And same, you have the dates that I was working on. I haven't finished them, but this is the date so far for February. Nice. But yeah, like for example, you see in Sri Lanka, the like national day is called Independence Day, and for Iran, it's called Revolution Day. So like for Serbia, it's called Statehood Day. So all of them have different fucking names. Also, I am aware that some of them are going to be like kind of the same celebration, but in another country. But it's fine, I can put it twice. Like Dia de la Candelaria, and I think Chandler has the same thing, but just one is in Spain or in South America, and one is in France. In bulk is probably kind of the same thing as well. But, you know, it's important because they don't actually have the same name. But yeah, this was what I was doing a little bit earlier. Oopsie, that's not the right one. Here we go. So I'm going to work on like making them all over the next few days. And then when they're all done, I'll put them on coffee and everything. So you can have like your nice little calendar together. I'm really trying to put as much as I can into them. I'm a bit worried for like the stories of oh bah salut Antoine, bien le bonsoir bande de petits chenapans, bah bien le bonsoir à toi aussi. I'm like some months I'm a bit worried about like the story. Like for example, I think Night Out Fox I can summarize, but like I know Slew was like really hard for me to summarize because there's so fucking much and everything. So some months are going to be harder than others to summarize. Nandi I can do like I could do a nice little summary. Same with Goatman, it's kind of easy to summarize, but I can't put like the full fucking story. And at the end of the calendar I'll also have an extra page with all of my sources for all of the different stories, because I have them all like written on my notebook. I always write the website that I get the things from, so you can, if anyone's interested, you can go and look at said sources and read the full stuff that I have read, without having to go back to the VODs to like get the stories again. I'll see if I just do like a list of sources, or if I also put them per cryptid. Maybe I'll do that, I don't know, because I haven't, like, my only issue with that is that I don't have the ones for Goatman. I don't know why. I think I just did per memory or with the things still opened, because I can't find a single note for Goatman in my notebook. All the other ones I have, but that one I don't. But on that note, this is what the calendar is going to look like. We can get onto the illustration for tonight, which is going to be Jackalope. Look at the little guys. Look at them. So, Jackalopes. Jackalopes are very... It's kind of like a nice cycle thing, because Jackalopes very much like... I mean, for the sources I feel like it's normal to put them. It's like... if I wrote a fucking article about something and someone like not ripped it off word for word, but like took it and like made something with it, I'd want people to, you know, at me. Like, cite your sources. It's important. Especially because I tried to go out of my way to not source Wikipedia. Like, I only sourced Wikipedia when I couldn't find anything else, or like I felt like I also took from it. It had like additional stuff. So, you know, I feel like it's just like giving to the work that was done by other people. So, a jackalope. So for those who are not aware, jackalopes are just a mix of a jackrabbit, also called hares, and an antelope. Why do they have their antlers and never look like jackrabbits? I'll explain. So, jackalopes, very much like goatman, are just US cryptids that people made up not that long ago. Yes, completely fair indeed. Just didn't expect from an agenda, but you're completely right. Yeah, I just feel like it should be, you know. It should always be that kind of thing. Because it's not like I'm doing my own writing for it. So, you know, I'm rewording articles, which isn't original work. But yes, jackalopes. In the early 1930s, Douglas and Ralph Herrick in Douglas, Wyoming. Yeah, the dude is called Douglas and lives in Douglas, Wyoming. I think that's hilarious for the get-go. Spent a day hunting jackrabbits, and after seeing one of the dead rabbits next to a pair of antlers, decided to taxidermize it together. So they taxidermized the rabbit, like they mounted it on a thing and everything, and then they added the antlers on top of it, because basically from afar it looked like the rabbit had antlers from where it was put on the table. So they were like, that's funny, let's do it. And then that created the legend of the jackalope. So it's literally just two dumbasses that played while taxidermizing, and that created a cryptid. The creature quickly became an icon in the town before spreading all over the West, and some people now still think that jackalopes are a real animal that you can find, because there's so many taxidermized busts of rabbits with antlers, which most of the times aren't jackrabbits, they are other kind of rabbits. And usually these are not even antelope antlers, they're other antlers as well. So it's a whole thing, right? And I found my info from liveworldmag.com, and specifically an article from Kathleen Parker. It's Live Wild, wild with a Y, not with an I. Why rabbits have horns around the world. A fun fact I might have revealed quickly in my PowerPoint. Wow, that's not a horn though. That's an antler. That's an antler. It's not a horn. But it is fun to know that there have been like traces of horned rabbits around the world in different mythologies. But the jackalope just really does come from two dumbasses playing with dead animals, which makes me slightly sad as someone who loves jackalopes and thinks they're fucking cool. To know that it's just like two guys that were playing taxidermizing. But yeah, it comes from Wyoming, and then it's spread around the west of the US. So I have found pictures that I hope are actually from Wyoming. I did like a little mixy mix of a bunch of stuff, and then I have a bunch of jackrabbits pictures and antlers, all mixing everything to make this. But yes. Yeah, for the jackalope, it's hilarious. Can only imagine a young Grunkle Stan doing that. That's true. Grunkle Stan would be doing that. Truly, like it is. It makes me sad that like Goatman and jackalopes have such shit thing. Or like just, one is drunk students in the woods and the other one is just two guys fucking around. Because I was so expecting to look up into them and find like tales of like, it comes from like a native thing or creature that then was adapted in modern US stuff. And no, it's not. It's just random ass people. And once I'm done with that one, it'll be the last illustration of the calendar. Because I don't think I'm going to do a cover, because it's not like, you know, it's not, please, please. Okay, here we go. It's not like something that's going to be printed into a full thing, so it doesn't matter. More blue. Also, yes, I already did the gradients from the sky because I was fucking around and having fun, and I think I deserve a little bit of fun, so I already did the gradient. Also, for the calendar, it's all handwritten, like all the things that you'll see on the calendar that's written is handwritten, so I'm going to try my best to just make it as neat as possible. I'm going to try to not do mistakes and stuff. Do forgive me if there's any mistakes that pass through my spelling check, and also you know, I'll try to make it as clear as possible, but sometimes handwriting, you know. But I always think it looks so much better when I just handwrite everything. Wow, unbelievable, you put the gradient out and redo it. I mean, even the position of the horned rabbits around the world isn't that fun. It's a weird mushroom infection growing on rabbits, kind of gross. Yeah, I saw that as well, I remember. So much anger. I mean, that's Zeke, that's the little guy. He's full of anger. He spent last night was me doing, like, looking for dates all around the world for festivities for the calendar, and him being sad that Timothée Chalamet was not arriving quickly enough on stage on the fucking Gotham Awards. The hater. Thank you, Nan. Thank you. Thank you. I am the hater, you are. Put the knife down. Well, we didn't know if he would show up. Yeah. That would have been a tragedy. Wouldn't give a single shit. He should have stayed on like filming whatever he was filming. Like, I don't care. He was so fucking angsty all night about it, and then he showed up and he was like, oh my god. And then I was like, I can't sleep, I'm too excited. I mean, that is what happened. Oh, my dirty laundry just out there. Well, yes. Meanwhile, I was struggling because I realized mistakenly that I didn't put all of the January dates I needed from the calendar on there because I hadn't because like a dumbass I hadn't I saw that I skipped a line and I thought that meant it was the end of January dates. It wasn't. And I was like, I fucked up. And then meanwhile, Zeke in the group chat was like, we're so back. We're so back. Haha, well, yes. Yes. And then poor Juno woke up and was like, oh no, I also have to deal with, with excited Team Tom Deke. We both had a night, truly. The issue is that mine is going to continue on to multiple nights. You don't know the relief I felt when I realized I was putting on the dates for December, and that meant I was done for like just listing all of them. Mine too, it's award season. Yeah, you have like, what, 4 nights? I have to make a whole fucking calendar. You're doing this to yourself. By the way, on one of the lists, the weird hotel one, there was like all the dates for all of the fucking awards stuff, and there was also the dates for like the fashion weeks and stuff. I was like, I don't give a single fuck. I'm not putting any of those in there. Yeah, like a few. God. I hope there's no award show when you come here, so we don't have to watch one. Oh, he didn't send a video message, but I can't watch it now. Sad. I wish I could. March 2nd. 3rd in Germany. For what? Oh, what? March 2nd, third in Germany. What does that mean? The Oscars? Yeah, I said award shows. You have so much... That's the only one you care about? You have so much fucking time. God. Oh no, I'm suffering. I have an award show in like 6 months. Shut up. There's more. That's the biggest one. Ugh. Like what, you have like one date in April? Because there's not enough in April. Also, I said I hope there's none when you come around. And you're giving me a date in March. You're coming for Christmas, buddy. I mean, you can come back in March if you want, but that's another subject. We don't even have, like, yeah. I know, that's the only date I have on the top of my head, lol. I see. We don't have the selection for the Oscars. Do you know when that happens? When we have the selection? I don't think there's anything around Christmas yet. Nice. Well, that means there's nothing around Christmas overall, because we'd be too late to announce, probably. There's probably the Game Awards, maybe, around that time. I don't know when that is. Because if it's around when you're here, Helen will probably want to watch them, and I would be interested in watching them too, so we can watch that. But I don't know when that is. I didn't know that Golden Globes announcements of nomination is soon, I think. I see. But I don't actually know all that stuff. Wow, fake fan. I shouldn't say that, you're going to get worse. I don't care about the Oscars. That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. At least I don't want to. Then don't care about it. Instead of doing what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what you've done. I don't know if I should say it. Because someone that doesn't care about the Oscars doesn't do that. I'm being so timid with this. I need to go at it. Feel free to speak, friends. He made a Photoshop montage of Timothée Chalamet with a fucking Oscar in his hands. That is so insanely sad. And then someone commented under it being like, we need it. You don't need shit. You don't need shit. If he wins it, it will be for him, not for you. He doesn't fucking know you. We do need it. You don't need... It will change nothing of your life if he wins. It will change nothing of your life if he doesn't. It will have accomplished exactly nothing. He's not a communist. It's not for you. He's not me in Disco Elysium. I am dying over here. Then stop caring about the fucking Oscars and about Mustache McMustache. He looks like Luigi if Luigi was ugly. I can't stop caring. You could if you tried hard enough. You don't want to, that I know. I know because we've had a discussion before. Crazy Luigi fancast. No! There's only one person that could play Luigi, that's Brian David Gilbert, and he's made an entire video about it. It was incredible. It was art. Something he could never understand. By he, I mean Tim Tom. Luigi could never be ugly. Shake my head. Exactly, Nan! That's what I love about Nan interventions. He doesn't speak too much in chat, but when he does, he has important things to say. And it's meaningful. Does this even fucking look... Yeah, okay, it looks okay from afar. Like, am I even doing anything here? Pum pum. Anyways. I feel like anytime Zeke is in chat, I need to have at least one segment where I slender Timothée Chalamet. Or is Zeke even in chat? Oh, maybe something in red. There we go. Something like that? No. Yes. Maybe a bit lighter. Yes, okay. It's true. I yearn for the days where that won't be needed anymore. If anyone is living in Wyoming and seeing this, I am sorry for slandering your mountain chain. I have no idea who they are, but I'm sure they're lovely. In a recent episode of Evan has decided that actually fighting on TikTok is a good thing and he should continue doing it, even though he's unsure of himself on that point, on that last point. I've been fighting with people about AI in fucking comment sections. Because there's been the AI arcane filter that's been all over everything right now. And people are using it in on TikTok. You're so funny, thank you. I'm also extremely right, and so... I've been fighting about so many different shit. But one of them being the AI thing. And it's wild. First of all, how many people don't know the difference between the animation studio that does Arcane and Riot Games. Yes, they are two different entities. And also, yes, they are fully separate, and even more, yes, they don't have the same views on the same shit. Fortiche, which is the animation studio, has very anti-AI views, and it's insulting to them if you do the fucking AI arcane filter, because fuck that bullshit. Riot doesn't give a single fuck. They have recently laid out by different waves, like they've done different ways of layout of extremely talented artists that gave you some of the best art Riot has to offer, to try to now hire fucking prompt people for AI in their recent internships and job applications that they've spent for the summer of 2025 that they've put out. Like, they are extremely different entities. Don't mix them up, please. And if you want to know what you look like as an Arcane character, you have multiple free options as well as paying options. If you want to support artists, commission them, and if you don't have the money for that, it's extreme and you can't draw it yourself. Extremely simple. They have made a free character thing that you can do on their website. Just do that, or do a pick crew for like. But stop using the AI filter that first of all isn't even that good. It's shit. It makes just everyone looks like Jinx. It's bad. Stop using it. And if people are calling you out on using it, just delete your fucking video. It's not that easy, that hard. Like, people are like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Delete the video, I beg of you. Like, I don't understand why people... I mean, I know why. It's to get the views. It's to get the fucking interactions and shit. But when they admit that they're wrong, now refuse to fucking delete their content, just delete it. You see the harm that is done. Great, delete it. Ugh. I hate the internet. It's made great things, but also made horrible things. I don't think I like the light pink. I think I'll just take out the light pink. I'm trying so hard to not make it look like the fucking profiterole logo, but still have that kind of segmented style. Also, I'm so tired of people acting like artists are privileged people, like we haven't been working our asses off to get where we're at. Usually at some point in your life, people decide that they don't want to draw anymore, that they're tired of drawing. Like, they grow out of it. And that's fully fine. You don't have to continue. Like, no one has to. If it doesn't make you happy, if you don't like doing it, you don't have to. Thing is, some people don't grow out of it. Some people continue to draw. And those hundreds and thousands of hours end up to a fucking result. It's not a privilege to have put those hours in. You put your hours into something else. It's never too late to get those hours in if you want to try at some point. But don't act like artists just went out of the ground with those skills. Like we don't all have piles and piles and piles of sketchbooks and paper and everything showing that we've been doing this shit for so long and all have fucking calluses on our fingers from doing it. It is tiresome, and most of us, not my Kai, I'm not, but a lot of artists are in debt even from it, from going to art school. And usually artists are underpaid and undervalued, and in lesser tax brackets and stuff. So like, also acting like we're privileged pricks for asking for what our art is worth is extremely tiring. Art is a privilege made usually by unprivileged people. Also, so many young artists make extremely cheap stuff, so like, it's not even a good argument. Like, there's so many people that make stuff for like 5, 10, 20 bucks. And they shouldn't, by the way, they should be paying a lot more, they should be asking for a lot more. But they still do that because they're like, my art is not worth that much. Commission them and pay them more than they're asking for. Like, even my commissions aren't that expensive, and some people would consider them expensive. And they're fucking dirt cheap, so... I have raised the price multiple times, but... I'm in a good thing, I think, right now. At least until if I get, like, more commissions, I'll raise the prices, but, like... Right now... as they are, I'll leave it like that. It's just so tiring. Like, you wouldn't go and... I mean, no, it's true. People do that with any fucking field that they think people are gifted in. Like, people do that with sports, people do that with writing. Like, I wish I could write like you. I wish I could play like you. I wish I could dance like you. I wish I could, like, do music like you. Those people have been training for years and years and years. They didn't get out of the womb with that ability. You have to understand that. Like, at the end of the day, it is just, you find something that drives you, and then you just do that for a while, and then you get better at it. Or if it doesn't drive you, and you still want to become good at it, then you force yourself. Like, it's just so tiring. There's so many people that are like, just stopped drawing at some point in their life, which, like I said, is really fine, and have this insatiable hate for artists because they can't do what they do. And now with AI, they're able to like put it in their face and be like, ha, now I can also do it, which no, you still can't. But also, artists are one of the like professions and stuff that have the most amount of free shit online that you can look up and try and learn. Like, you want to learn how to draw, there are thousands of hours of YouTube tutorials, there are thousands of hours of free content online. You have masterclasses and one-on-one classes if you want to pay someone some money to help you, but most of the content online is free. People are making free brush packs, people are making free YouTube videos for you to be able to watch and learn how to draw. People are making streams to help learn how to draw and shit like that. Like, it is, it's just like a weird kind of jealousy that people have sometimes. And it makes me so insanely sad because all of those people that I spent so much time and energy making tutorials, making content for people to help them to learn how to draw, and just spitting in their face, acting like you have to be so fucking privileged to take a pen and pencil, a piece of paper, and just go to town. Like, do you know how many broke teens are just paper, pen, or like with their finger on their phone or on their iPad drawing? Because they don't have the money to have anything else. Like, and they make fucking masterpieces. The amount of 14-year-olds, finger digital painters, that make the most detailed fucking pieces of art you've ever seen, you don't know. Because they just love to draw so much and make art so much. Fuck you, like, honestly. I said I'm making an okay-ish mountain, that's... I'm fucking up some of the parts of it, it's okay. Like, at the end of the day, the only reason I keep up with art is because I just love doing it so much. It really always amazes me that that is a technique that works for people. Same! It is insane. It is literally insane. Like, people will find a way. What I've seen some people do on old fucking DS's is wild. People are like, I want to do digital art, I'll find a way. Like, truly. But yeah, like, at the end of the day, the only reason I continue to draw is because that was a thing. That's still a thing, by the way, that I can't spend a week without doing. Like, I physically have a hard time spending a week without drawing. I mean, now it's a different thing because it's also my job and stuff, but like, if you just put me on vacation and I just have a week of vacation, it will be... Sometimes I just don't draw for a week. That has happened and that will happen. But like, it is rare for me to spend a week without drawing, and then it feels like I haven't drawn in 6 months to me. Like, at least making a little doodle, making a little something. There's always something going on in my brain that I want to draw. Truly, yeah. And like, that's just how that works for some people. That doesn't mean that all of those people are artists. That also doesn't, like, some people are just hobbyists and stuff. And that doesn't mean that, that's still artists, but you know what I mean, like professional artists. And that doesn't mean that all of the people that, and that doesn't mean it's the case also for all artists. Like, I've met in art school, which is very weird when that's how you think, like me. People that didn't have sketchbooks, people that, like, they kind of thought of art as a job only after they ended high school, and they were like, maybe I'll try for that. I don't know. That sounds cool. Personally, I just don't see myself doing anything else than art, and that doesn't mean just drawing. I mean, drawing is my main thing, but I write, I do a bunch of stuff. Something creative at least, because that's just the only thing I think I'm good at in life. Like literally whenever I would list in my brain the number of jobs that, like all the jobs that I could see myself doing, they're all creative jobs that usually are hard to get into, and it's amazing for me. Love that for me, haha. Yeah, I didn't go into this field because I had some amazing gift I wanted to share with the world. Just can't help but draw. And like the approach that you do take with art, I feel like if you have some kind of art education, art school, that changes insanely how your art school experience goes. Like there are so many people that go into art school because they don't really know what else to do, or like they haven't really ever drawn that much or like made art that much, and they're like, yeah, let's try it, let's see, and they get into art school for that, and that's really fine. But the difference between people that think like that and people that just, it's so normal for them to just draw or like do art all the time, and they cannot never think of not doing it. The way that assignments are made, the way that assignments are like delivered, the amount of time it takes you to do them, all of that changes so much. Like, I was never high in grades or like classmates and stuff. Classmates? Yeah, that is a word that translates. Yes. Yeah, grading in general. I was never high up there in art school or anything. Like, I was always rather in the bottom bunk, but I've never had an issue with giving an assignment of time. I've never had an issue finishing what I needed to finish at the end of the day when we needed to do it for the end of the day. When most people needed more than that time. And like, there's something to say about the fact that, yes, sometimes my stuff wasn't to the level that those people's were, because I got less good grades than them, but there would be times where like people would complain about the homework or whatever, and I was like, well, that doesn't take that much time, I can just do that like now, and that's fine, because they weren't used to doing that amount of work, where I'm like, I just draw anyways, so it doesn't change much to my day. I'm just going to do that instead of doing something else, I guess. Like, a lot of homework would be stuff like, oh, do like 50 pages in your sketchbook or whatever. And people would be like, oh my god, I don't even have a sketchbook. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And like, it's not to say one is better than the other, because of course not. Like, some of the people that went my art school that were like that have done like such incredible work since they've been out of school, or like for the graduation movies and stuff, are like fucking incredible. So it's not like at all whatever. But it's just the difference of how easy it's then to do stuff like art school, and how people think of their work is really interesting to me. But yeah, also all that to say that if you're interested of like starting drawing and you've never really drawn before, whatever, it's the kind of thing that's kind of never too late. Like, just have fun with it, watch some YouTube videos, ask questions. Like, people are willing to help out. There's so many guides everywhere and everything. It doesn't have to be good for it to be fun. And if you get anywhere with it, you'll realize quickly enough that it'll never be good enough, so that doesn't matter. You just have to get to the point where you can live with the level of good that you have. And know that it'll get better anyway, so. Especially if it's something you're doing for yourself, like, it doesn't matter. But yeah. All that to say, fuck AI art. Fuck AI. Generative AI in general. And people that are being obtuse, being like, oh, but what about this kind of AI and this kind of AI? You know we mean generative AI when we say fuck AI, please. We know. God, I saw a comment of someone being like, I don't understand why well, like, it's just people getting annoyed with the AI, with the arcane thing. Like, people weren't annoyed before. I'm like, you just haven't been following artists. Artists have been speaking about this for fucking years now. God. Just shows who you follow on the internet rather than anything else. Because like if you follow any kind of artist, they've at least like reposted or reblogged at least one thing about AI at some point these past few years. Never heard about this before. It's not like there was a fucking exode the other week from Twitter, like artists from Twitter onto Blue Sky because they were like, nope, to AI. I'm kind of thinking about starting posting again on Twitter because like the AI thing ended up not really being a thing, but it's not like I had an audience on Twitter anyways, so like, and I've deleted everything, so but you know. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and I'll be right back. Here we go. Let me just move him so we can see a bit more. Here we go. Okay. Be right back. And I'm back. Hopla, hopla. Hopla. Okay. Back on my glove goose. Here we go. Da 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 da. Please, thank you. Da 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 da. Why is my please? Okay, good. This last few strokes, my Apple Pencil has been like, no, I don't want to work. I will not be working. I'm like, please let me work. I actually need to work right now, so. Okay, it's back, so it's fine. It was just reconnecting, I'm guessing, a little bit. God, why is my... Give me a second, I need to put moisturizer on my arm because my tattoo has decided to be annoying. If you ever get a tattoo, do know that sometimes your body decides it's allergic and so it will itch a little bit, which is annoying. I just put moisturizer on it and it goes better. There we go. Should be better. It's perfectly natural, it's perfectly normal. I think it's fine. It is an actual thing, by the way. Like, sometimes if you're someone that gets tattoos, sometimes your body decides it's having a slight allergic reaction to the ink, and so it will scratch a little bit, which is fine. Like, it's nothing. It's just annoying because it makes you want to scratch a lot. As long as it's like fully healed, it doesn't matter because it's not going to move, you know, unless you really go ham with that, let's say. But it's just a little bit of annoying. I usually have three of my tattoos that have that. The one on my stomach, the one on my right arm, and another one that's also on my right arm. But that's a bit up. It's not constant, it's not often, but it does happen, you know. But yeah, so if you have tattoos and at some point one of them become very scratchy and you're like, is everything okay? It is. It's just your body being annoying, basically. It's nothing bad. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, here it is. I lost myself in the mountain a little bit here. I was like, where am I? Here we go. Nice. Okay, here we go. I started reading a book the other day that I've been really excited to read for a while, because people have very, very strongly worded opinions about said book. And I kind of bought it because it was so controversial and stuff. And I was like, I want to know what all of this is about. So far, it's quite good. I'm very happy with it so far. But I also know that it's going to go to shit at some point. The book is 800 pages. It is very long. And I'm 120 pages in. And I already know who's going to die, I'm pretty sure. I already know who has horrible, like, stuff happen to them. Clearly, we don't know exactly what yet, but they're teasing us with it. And I'm quite excited to read more. But it's so fucking funny, because anytime some of the characters appear, I'm like, you, I can predict this will happen to you. And I've been sending voice messages about it to Zeke. Like, the other day I sent 14 minutes of voice messages to Zeke about this book. And it's so funny to me because I keep calling one of the characters the one that's going to die. Because it's so clearly going to die. And and I haven't told Zeke any of the names of anyone in that book. So I'm just like, oh yeah, the one that's going to die. And they're so preparing us for a very painful death and a very painful continuum of the story. And I am so excited. There's 700 pages to go. So much shit can happen in those 700 pages. I'm excited. Also, I'm so not going to get to my Goodreads goal for the year, because it was 20 books and I'm on 16 books and I'm started reading an 800 pages one. So, you know, if I finish that one this year, I'm happy. Like, I'm not too sad that I'm not getting to my goal, but the main reason for that is that this year I've read multiple books that are over 500 pages and that are very challenging. Not very challenging, but like are harder to read, like will take you a longer time to read if you read them than like a regular book with the same amount of pages. So, like for example, I've read S this year, or The Cheap Theseus. If you read that book, you're pretty much reading 2 books in one. Like content-wise, the amount of words and stuff. So it's the kind of thing where I'm like, I don't feel too bad that I haven't gotten to my goal, because I've read less books, but some of those books contained more than if I had read 2 other books instead. So I'm not too bad about that. I'll see if I manage to read 1 or 2 more books by the end of the year. But I'm definitely not getting to 20 books. Except if I like decide to quote unquote cheat and put all of the comics that I'm going to read. But you know. I don't think comics and stuff like that aren't reading. It's just that for my personal book goals, I want to... I like being like, okay, I'm going to read this amount of novels. Personally, because my goal is usually reading more novels. Because a comic, like very easily a manga like takes a scan, reads the whole thing in a night. Like I don't have an issue with that. I'm fine with that. So that's why I don't count it, because I want to read more novels specifically. But to each their goals. If you like have X amount of books per like year that you want to read and they're all manga, that is as valid as me doing all novels. Like I'm not segregating on that for sure. It's just my personal one is more novels. But yeah, so I'm not too sad because I've read a bunch of, yeah. I also read, I think it's my first year I've read memoirs. So that's nice. I've read 2 memoirs this year. I've read the Elliot Page memoir, and I've read the, what's her name? Janet McCurdy memoir. They're both okay. They didn't really make me want to go and read a bunch of more memoirs, so... That was fine though. I'll probably do a book, like book tour kind of thing at the end of the year, towards the end of the year, to talk about all the books that I've read in the year, because I think that's fun. The Angela Merkel memoir. That's the one I decided not to buy and not to read. Honestly, the only other memoir, except from like queer theory stuff that I'm like always interested, like Stone Butch Blues, like stuff like that I'd be like interested to read. The only other thing I'm like a bit interested in is the one by Matthew Perry, the guy that played in Friends. Because I've heard different stuff about it. I'm like, interesting. And I was a bit like on the fence about buying it because I was like, he doesn't seem like the greatest guy either. But now that he's passed away, it doesn't really matter anymore because the money's not going to him. So, you know. True, I heard about recent news of that vaguely. Oh, it's like incoming Angela Merkel memoir. Gods. It's impressive how whenever I get to the memoir part of the bookshop, I never see any face I want to see. I don't see a single face I want to read a memoir about. Except the Matthew Perry one. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of interested. But the rest usually is all people I either don't know or don't want to read about. We also have, in France right now, we have the memoir of a guy that is basically going to be the descendant of the alt-right that is doing his memoir. You can read Chronicles. No, I'm not reading Chronicles. And that is extremely sad because there's been so much. It's to the point where right now, people are so up in arms about it, to the point where right now there's been a boycott, I think, from the employees of that editing house so that they don't publish the book or something like that. I know what it is. It's going to be the fucking Bob Dylan memoir, isn't it? I don't need to Google it. I just know. The only Chronicles I want to read is the Chronicles of Runeterra. That's not true. Or Tsubasa Chronicles. It is written by him, and I don't give a fuck. But, where was I? Here. But here. Excited. Let's still have some good books from this year. And I can do a segment of my manga. Because I have my little notebook in which I write all the books that I've read. I have had some reread as well this year. Yeah, I've read S/The Ship of Theseus. The Shadow Cabinet was quite long as well. Harrow's the Ninth. Harrow's the Ninth. Harrow's the Ninth, I love you, but God, it took me a while to read. I think those three are the main three that took me like a while. And also I didn't read for 2 months because I was just not doing stuff. I was just doing stuff, so I didn't have time to read. My reading like schedule and stuff, I don't have a reading schedule. My reading like everything is so all over the place. Like January, read 5 books. Then October, November, read nothing. No, it was October, September, read nothing. Then November, read 3 books. It does make me a little sad that the year that I started to read more novels, I read 25 books or 23 books, like something along those lines. And the year after I read 20 books, and now this year I'm reading... And the year after I read 18 books, and now I'm reading 16 books. I'm like, ugh. Less and less books. But also I'm doing stuff, so you know. I don't think I should be annoyed by it, but I also think that I am... I don't have the capacity to not be annoyed by it. Because that's the kind of thing that makes me like, ah, I did less than last year. But also if you're busier, that makes sense, you know. So I'm trying to force myself back into reading habits to read more. But yeah, since my main source of entertainment is watching VODs, it is sometimes hard to be like, okay, let's stop and just like read for a few hours. Please. Especially depending on what I'm reading, because sometimes a book doesn't really grapple you, but you're like, I'm still enjoying it, I still want to get to it, but it's harder. But I feel the book that I'm reading right now like grappling at me a bit, like making me want to read more and more and more and more. So that's good, because that'll maybe get me back into a reading thing. But also I know I won't have the most time in December since we got the friend hangout. So we'll see how much I actually get to read. If I manage to finish this book before the end of December, I'll be honestly very impressed by myself. The fuck is that? Oh, okay. It's always, when I don't know what the fuck is playing in the background, it's always a song from Unpacked because it's the most recent editions. I was like, what is this? What is happening? Also, Deke, do you know who should read like a bit more because they've been lended books that are actually very good and very cool, and so should read them so that you know what's in them and have fun reading them? You know who should do that? You're on your walk right now. Good. Read! Please reach me after the beep. You know that if I just wanted to, I could literally just send you this as a voice message. This message is being recorded. That's so fucking funny. You have no business being this funny while I scowl at you. I hope you get many Taylor Swift songs on your walk. Thank you for leaving your message. I will get back to you in 5 to 7 business days. Bullshit. I should... Talking about 5 to 7 business days, I need to track Zicky's Christmas gift. Make sure when it gets here that I'm awake when the people come to deliver it. I need to remember to check for that. Give me a second. I'll just open the thing. Oh, it's here. Yeah, it says it should be yesterday to tomorrow, so probably tomorrow. Yeah, they say tomorrow. Exciting. I'll put things on my phone to wake me up before we go. Hopefully I won't go to sleep too late. Here we go. So I can get the thing and it doesn't. Because it shouldn't fit in the... We don't have that big of a mailbox, so it shouldn't fit in it. I really need... Like, the one person I need to be careful with dates is Antoine's gift, because I still need to make that and send it. That's the one I haven't accounted for so far. There was another one I was going to do, but I don't think I'll do it because it's a complicated situation. But the rest have been sent. Oh no, and I need to do another gift for Helen, so she has something for Christmas. Because like I said, the gift that I got her is going to get here after Christmas, so I still want her to have a little something. So I'll probably get her something when I go get a new calendar for my mom, because she needs a new calendar for next year. Probably get something while I'm doing that next week. And then I'll have gifts for everyone, yay! Because Juno's gift has been sent. And she got the tracking info, so I'm happy. She sent me a message, she was like, hmm? And I was like... And I sent just like a Santa emoji. And a Christmas tree emoji. And then I sent ho ho ho. I think I'm extremely funny. She's so sweet. Like the other day when I asked her, because it's an thing I got from Etsy, so they ask you, the person that you're sending the gift to, for like their email and stuff, so that they can like contact the person who's actually going to receive the thing. And so I was like, do you know, because we were on call as well, because I remembered to check if the shop was open while we were on call, because I had checked earlier in the month, but the shop was closed for a little bit. And so I was like on call with Juno and with Helen, and I was like, Juno, real quick question that is absolutely not suspicious. What's your email? So I can send you like the thing. And she was like, what do you need my email for? And I was like, don't worry about it. And she genuinely didn't realize I was asking it for me. It was very obvious that it was for a Christmas gift, but she didn't, I think, do it until she actually got surprised when she was like, oh, something's been sent to me. I'm like, yes, you can't come here for Christmas and I'm sending a Christmas gift to you. Not an issue, not a problem. Never. Also, talking about Christmas gifts and stuff, if Helen ever tells you she's bad at doing gifts, it's a lie. She's the best. She's always been the best. She'll always be the best. She's trying to trick you into thinking she's not good. It's not true. I'll probably try to do, because I know what I want to do, I'll probably try to do Antoine's one after stream. Because I've been kind of procrastinating on it, but I should try and get it out sent not too late. Because if I wait too much, then it's not good. I'd rather people get their gifts early than late. Because if it gets there too late, then it will get stuck in Christmas traffic and stuff, and that's not great. Like, I'd rather you have the thing at your house and then open it the day of rather than, you know, get it delivered, like, in the middle of January. What? Ah, okay. I saw a message that made me like IRL question mark, but it's all good. Context helps, always. Da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Here we go. Okay. Now, this needs to be bettered, but I'm quite happy with these two parts. So here we go, because that's so fucking empty. I need it to be a bit more habited. A bit more detailed. I'm excited as well because I decided arbitrarily earlier that I was going to make crepes after stream. I don't know if I'll do it immediately. I don't think I'll do it immediately after because I don't think I'll be hungry enough, but if it takes a little bit to do some, I'll see. But basically, I bought some milk because I thought I would need it for making cookies for Helen. I actually didn't need milk. The recipe didn't ask for milk. I just assumed. And I also got it because I was like, I'll use it for like hot cocoa or something. I haven't been using it. So I need to use that milk. But also, more importantly, my mom bought a second bottle of milk that I don't know what the fuck she wants to do with. Probably nothing. And so we now have 2 liters of milk to use, knowing that no one in this fucking house drinks milk. So no one cares about milk in here. So I'm going to do some crepes. I don't know what she wants to do with her milk. I'll use it if it's not getting used. But yeah, I don't know why she says there was one unbuttoned bottle of milk in the fridge and decided she needed another, but you know. So that's my plan for after stream, for at least getting through a percentage of the first bottle. And for anyone being like, hey, why don't you put it in cereal? Hey, why don't you put it in coffee? Hey, why don't you put it in tea? I don't drink coffee. I don't like the taste of milk, so I wouldn't drink it with nothing or put it in cereal. I don't like milk in my tea. I take my tea like real people do, meaning I take black tea and just drink that like that. Oh, what's your milk flour ratio for crepes? Let me tell you this. Okay, let me check. I have one recipe I always use. I can tell you this. I hate it because it's from a website that's called Journal des Femmes, which means Women's Journal, which I think is misogynistic, but they have the best fucking crepe recipes, so I keep going back. It is half a liter of milk for 250 grams of flour, 4 eggs, a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 50 grams of melted butter. Very simple but amazing crepe recipe. It's the one crepe recipe I always use, and I make banger crepes. And basically, if you want the full recipe, because we don't care, it's a free recipe online. You put flour with salt and sugar in your little thing. You do a little hole in the center. You add your eggs. You start mixing, and then you add the cold milk little by little. So like you add a little bit of milk, you whisk it. Using a whisk is better. You add a bit more milk, you whisk, etc., etc., until you have put all of the milk. And then you add the melted butter that needs to be colder, because if your melted butter is hot, it will cook the eggs. Like, I wish I was joking, but if you put hot butter in there, or anything hot in the batter, it will cook the eggs. You'll have scrambled eggs. And then you just cook your crepes. So like, yeah, you put a little bit of oil or butter in your pan, and you just cook your crepes. If you're French like me, or love crepes, you have a crepe pan, and life is better that way. Like, as much as it is a kitchen gadget, it is not. I make crepes too often for it to be a gadget. It's like you have a waffle iron if you make waffles often enough. I really wish I had a waffle iron so I could make waffles from time to time, because I do really like waffles, but I don't have an iron, so I never make waffles. But yes, that is the crepe recipe, and it is banger. It is so good. Keep in mind, if you're going to do savory crepes, I think it's better to use maybe a little less sugar. I only do sweet crepes, so it doesn't matter. I used to eat savory crepes when I was younger, but now that I don't eat meat, the only thing I would eat is like ham and cheese crepes, like savory while. I'm not doing a cheese crepe. I'll try that. I usually just eyeball it, like same volume of milk and flour. They always come out a little bit different every time. That's the fun thing of it, isn't it? So it's cute. Yeah, try it out and tell me what you think. It's like, I don't know why, like I usually just look up recipes, and I've just gotten used to this specific crepe recipe, and it just works really well. It's just great. Also, I think I've done it with vegetable milk. Vegetable? oat milk before, and that was pretty fine as well. So you know, to keep in mind. And I think the mountains are done. Ha ha ha! Nice. Slight glow up. Wait. Here we go, so you can see the full mountains. I do love that with cooking, though, that like it comes a little bit out, a little bit different every time. I eyeball stuff a lot too. I do that. I love doing homemade pasta, and that I don't eyeball, but I know like vaguely what the ratios are. Like I remember the grams mentally, so I do approximately that every time. It always comes out slightly different. Looks good. Thank you. I'm excited for baking this holiday season because I'm going to do, for the first time in my life, I'm going to try to do what's it called? A crumb cake, a vanilla custard crumb cake, because that is something I know Zeke likes, and I have never done it before because it's a German thing. And I am very excited to try that and see how it works. Because I'm also going to do brownies and cookies, but those I've done like so many times, so I know exactly what to look for and stuff. So it's nice. And the cookies, it's the one I did for Helen. They were great. So I'm just going to use the same recipe. It's like a recipe I saw online and I was like, oh, that looks nice. That's exactly the kind of cookies I like. Gimme. And then it was like tea and chocolate chip cookies, and I just took out the tea because I just wanted to make chocolate chip cookies. It's just like powdered tea, so. Oh, Strusselkuchen, nice. Probably. I looked it up how I could, and I found the recipe, and I'm very happy. Let me look it up. Which was hard to find one in English. That was what I was looking for. Yes, that thing. Yes, exactly. Because I remembered Zeke liking crumb cake, and I was like, you still like crumb cake? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay, you'll have that then. Ooh, I'm also going to cook meat for the first time probably this Christmas, so that's exciting. Because I stopped eating meat before I learned how to cook it. So I have but I have... Theoretically, I know how to cook a chicken. In practice, I have never done it, so... You know. We'll see how that goes. It'll be a fun adventure, because I want to do roast chicken. Because, like, I don't eat meat, but that doesn't mean people around me shouldn't be eating meat. It's not like we're going to kill like 20 animals. We're going to eat one chicken. I mean, I'm not going to eat it, but one chicken is going to be eaten. I think that's fine. And I know it's a meat that Helen also likes, so it's perfect. Dun, dun. So it'll be fun. And then I did a notes app thing, sent it to the both of them, being like, hey, add foods you want. People haven't added anything much yet, but I'll do a pressure campaign later on. Closer to when they'll arrive, being like, hey, I need to do groceries for that. Please, we need a full menu, so I know approximately what to get. Then we can like buy more stuff once they're here, but like it's good if I have like most of the groceries already bought. That would be great. That'd be a big haul though. Yeah, I've done crumble before, so that I know how to do. I don't think I've ever done vanilla custard, but I'll be fine. Here we go. Hopla. Don't worry, I'll make it darker in a minute. It's just all lighter. Actually, I might make it lighter. That'll be better. But I just needed to be done before that, because I know that like right now it's a bit hurting the eyes. Similar hues but different colors. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Oof, okay. Yeah, something like that would be nice, I think. Then this can be this color, and then we can all blur it out together. Up, up. I need to make the contrast stronger. Up, please. Oh, okay. There you go. That should be enough contrast. And you need to be darker. There you go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, okay. Making me think of that because that is still Samurai song, but music is, but there's so much fucking Still Samurai in Ace Attorney overall. It's so funny. They really said we have one superhero in universe. He's going to be in every fucking game. You bet your ass we're getting to have a case with him every fucking game. He's everywhere. It's never the same guy in it, but you know. And if it's not Still Samurai, it's linked to the Still Samurai somehow. But also, Ace Attorney really is the game with like 20,000 fucking motifs that they just send everywhere, and I love them for it. Like, if it's not the Steel Samurai, it's going to be a character reoccurring that we haven't seen for like 12 things. If it's not that, it's Maya being kidnapped. If it's not that, it's like... There's so much to love about that universe and to know this, especially if you know a bit about the Japanese version versus the European versions. You get a lot more of that little winks of stuff, of reoccurring stuff, of like, oh, this is that, okay, I see, oh, that's that in that universe, okay, amazing. Like, a fun little thing is that in the Apple Justice trilogy, at some point you do a case in which it involves a dude called Eldon Noodles. It's a noodle stand that like a guy got from his father, who was also a dude that made ramen and noodles and stuff. And if you're just an English speaking player and you don't know much about the Japanese version of the games, you're just like, oh, fun. A guy has his noodle stand, whatever. If you know about the Japanese version of the game, you'll know that Phoenix and Maya don't go by burgers when they end cases, they go by ramen, and they go to this specific ramen stand. And so you're helping the guy that has been feeding them this whole time. Like, it's a bunch of little things like that that's so nice and touching, and I really love this game. These games are so good. They have their issues. They have so many fucking issues, but love them for what they are, for sure. And they fucking love their reoccurring motifs. I should go through the musics in Ace Attorney, Malthager of Investigations to get the few ones that I really like and add them to the playlist as well. Because I think I have some from Investigations, but I don't think I have the ones I'm thinking of, because I kind of just added a bunch of them. But there's so many musics for each game, because a lot of them is just they rewrite the main themes that I know that like some of them I don't have because I didn't know them at the time. I didn't go through all the albums for obvious reasons, there's so many. Da-da-dum. God. I'm extremely aware of the fact that I chose a way to draw grass that is going to take me fucking forever, but apparently I'm sticking with it because I kind of like how it looks. But this was such a bad decision on my part, but it's okay. No, too late. Mm. Too uniform. I need to be careful with that. It is really hard when you draw something that's not uniform to not make it a pattern and make it uniform. Because then it sucks out all the energy of the thing in question, but it's really hard to not just start making a pattern out of it. So gotta be careful. Because nature's not uniform. I think it's already a bit better. I love going back to check on like the big thing and seeing the 3 little rabbit's ears out of the grass because it's under the thing. To be fair, they're here, so I can put them over here. Go. They saved. They're saved from the grass. They're all good. They're fine. But yes. Oh yeah, true. That's also on the tire. My bad. Here we go. The day where I get a better microphone, but that won't have a little thing that I can touch on the top to be able to mute it, will be a sad day. Hopefully, if I get to the point where I get a better microphone, where I'm like, it's worth it for me and I have the budget for, it'll also be the day where I have a stream deck, so I can just like mute my microphone with that, but because the amount of time I have panicked tapped on my microphone to sneeze. It's very fun to me. I think that's done. Nice. Now I can go back to the dreaded fucking grass. Bye bye. It was a nice little break. This is very random, but I've been thinking about Wicked for the past 5 minutes, and I think that honestly, the movie, I could never trust an American point of view on it, because most of them have grown up on The Wizard of Oz and Wicked as a musical and stuff. And I feel like they're never going to be, even if, except, like, I feel like they cannot be objective on that movie. I feel like I've seen way too many people be like, actually, it's such a good movie, actually, it's so good, it's so good. I'm like, it looks so bad, I don't trust you. You were blinded by the fact that it's so many songs that you love, it's so much stuff that you love. I don't think you're being objective on this. Like, I don't think it's Cat's levels bad, but I don't trust anyone that's like, it was so good. I'm like, nah. You were blinded either because you're an Ariana Grande fan or because you really, really, really like grew up on it or whatever, and so just hearing popular makes you want to weep. Because it's such a cultural thing out there. Where here I like listened for the first time to the full like cast album like maybe 3 years ago, so you know. And I don't know if the movie in its totality is bad or anything. Haven't seen it, but the clips I've seen from it are not good. And people are praising the clips that I've seen, so I'm like, Here we go. Pretty much done with the grass, which I'm very happy with. I'm glad I didn't want to have to do more grass later on. Like, I will fully not have what I was doing here in my brain if I go back to it later. Here we go. I think it's nice so far. I just need to do the river and the rabbits, and then we're good. I mean the jackalopes, and of course this little guy. I might just do the little number now in purple so it's done, so I don't forget later. Because I always fear I'm going to forget about the number. No. Here we go. Here we go. I can just. Where is the rabbit? Oh, it's with the rabbits. Okay. Just do that. Here we go. This for today, and I think I'll finish. Yeah, I'll finish it on Friday, and I'll try to have a sketch of something else started so that I can then jump onto the other thing once I'm done with this. Because I don't think doing the rabbits and the river is going to take me the entire stream. We'll see, because I do want to do like all the water effects in the river. We'll see, one, if I succeed and don't just like give up halfway through, and two, if I it takes me as long as I think it'll take me. So we'll see. But yeah, for this stream we've done all of the grass and the little thing on the front and all of the mountains. So much detail. I really, really like that grass. Thank you. I'm so fucking happy with it. I started detailing it so much, and then I was like, this is going to take me forever. And I'm going to hate it, and I'm going to have to start from zero. And then I did the little like you know, like it goes into, like I'm doing like different layers, but it's not so detailed as everything. And I wanted like the border to be darker because that's what it was like on the reference picture. And I really liked how it turned out. I might do a few more stuff. Oopsie. I might do a few more strands like over here, but not today. I'll do that another day. And like I need to finish that, but I just saw that. But yes, this is all for today. I'm going to continue to work on the calendars. I'll try to have all of them done, all of the pages and stuff done as quick as I can, so then when I'm done with this on Friday, I can put them on my coffee and stuff not too long afterwards. Like, they will be on there before the start of the year for sure, but the earlier the better, I think. But yes, for the rest of the week, so we have Disco Elysium tomorrow, we have Thursdays off as always, Friday our time, so we're going to finish this, and I'll do a sketch for something else as well. More Mist 4 on Saturday. We finally fucking finished Spire. So we're going to go back to Haven, and it's going to be fun. And then more co-working on Sunday, of course. Yeah, I'm going to leave you all with that, and I'll go do crepes and work more on the calendar and on other stuff. Thank you for joining stream. Thank you for being there. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.